What is going on, pro wrestling fans? Welcome back to Squared Circle Speak, the YouTube channel hosted by two brothers that are lifelong professional wrestling fans. I am Ryan. With me, as always, is my co-host, Big Van Nathan.
Hey, I am bald like him. I even have the hair on the sides. I need, I need to find me one of those masks.
Yeah, he's on a Vader mask.
Yeah.
Welcome to our Speaks on Dynamite episode where we're going to be talking about the week of, or speak of AEW, just Dynamite. This whole show is just about Dynamite.
Yeah, no, it's not.
I'm looking at
Don't you lie. Don't you lie.
it's all about AEW for the week of September 15th through the 21st. We have some big AEW news later on as well to talk about regarding contracts and new TV deals and all that stuff. But first, let's get into it and pay-per-views. But let's get into Dynamite. We kicked it off with Orange Cassidy versus Chris Jericho. Two of my favorites.
Yeah, and according to Tony Schiavone, two of the biggest stars that AEW has.
Oh my God. I mean, God dang Orange Cassidy, because he got a lot out of Jericho in this match, and like he really made Jericho look pretty good here.
Yeah.
Uh I just did
It
not want
was
to
it
see
just
Orange
it just
Cassidy.
went on too long ago.
It was almost 20 minutes, and I did not want to see Orange Cassidy and Jericho wrestle for 20 minutes.
And I don't know why they keep having these like who's booking this stuff? Like, is it the wrestlers wanting this, or is it Tony Khan just not knowing like how to fill time. So, because I mean, he's got all these wrestlers.
Yeah, you don't
So
need these long matches every match and every show.
no,
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
need more time for all the other people.
And then
You
we
got
just get stupid matches like this next one that don't matter and it's over in 2 seconds, which why that even happened.
all right.
Yeah, yeah, but Orange Cassidy gets up getting the win here. And then Hook beat some dude. Not worth why? Are we back to this again with Hook?
I know.
Like it's either he does a feud with somebody over the FTW championship, wins it, loses it, wins it, loses it, and then he goes right back to fucking doing squash matches again.
Yeah.
He cannot get out of this hole. He is just
No,
stuck.
he is stuck.
It's insane. He's been there what, 3 years now?
Four, I think.
Has he been there since the beginning, basically?
Pretty damn close.
I think he debuted in the COVID, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been there 4 years, and he's doing the exact same thing he was doing 4 years ago.
Yep.
He's in the exact same spot. He hasn't moved up. He hasn't moved down. The FTW title has become a hindrance, and I think they just get rid of it because it's doing no favors for him.
So one of the wrestlers, I can't. Once we get through these shows, you're gonna have to remind me because it happens on one of these shows. One of the wrestlers calls that out. Not the uh, Hook per se, but he calls out wrestlers being in the same position.
Hmm.
I think it was when they attacked whoever it was. They attacked the private party,
Oh yeah,
and
Moxley, Claudio, and Shafir. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, Moxley's the one that calls out. It
yeah.
was crazy. So we'll get to that later.
That's next. So, well, not
Oh,
next.
there we go.
Oh, right before that, we had Serena Deeb and Mariah May versus Queen Emanata and Yuka Sakazaki. Uh, Sakazaki and Amata win because Mariah May hit Yuka with the belt to draw the disqualification. This was just felt like so weird because what did Sakazaki do to earn this feud with Mariah May?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just so random that I don't get the point. You know?
Yeah, I
Uh,
don't get it either. She come back from injury, and I guess that's enough to get you a title shot. I don't.
it's like they have so many women on this roster that deserve a title shot, and yet she's getting it. It's just weird to me. Nah. Then we did have Moxley, Claudio, and Shafir destroy Private Party. And then, yeah, Moxley called out what you were talking about. Darby came in with his skateboard and took out Claudio. And then Darby and Moxley beat the hell out of each other. So, they're feuding. So,
Yeah, I mean, we got two big shows coming up
We got
back to back.
next week. Next week is uh the
Oh, what do they call it? Grand Slam.
Grand Slam, and then we've
Well,
got Wrestle Dream after that.
no, not Wrestle Dream. The next episode of Dynamite.
That's
Right after Grand Slam is their 5th-year anniversary show.
oh
Their
god
fifth year.
damn. Jesus
So
Christ. Yeah, that's
so
right.
it's back to back weeks. We're gonna have big stuff happening.
Yeah, I
So
forgot about that. Yeah, that's happening too. Uh Mortos took on Ricochet. This was fine, but a couple obvious missteps. Where Ricochet went for a kick and missed, and that
I don't
I
know. He kind of stepped on his hand. I don't know if maybe it wasn't missed. Maybe he was just going for a crazy hand stomp. I don't know.
I don't know. Mortos grabbed his head, so I don't know. It looked weird. Whatever he did, it didn't. It was weird.
Yeah,
Uh,
but
Ricochet.
he hasn't wrestled a luchador that doesn't speak much English in a while. So
Yeah,
maybe his Spanish is a little rusty. Maybe they had some miscommunications.
yeah. I don't know. This was fine. But Ricochet feels like. I mean, I guess he is going to wrestle for the Continental title or the International title. Like, is that going to be on the 5th anniversary show? I think.
I think so.
Yeah, it's going to be Ricochet versus Osprey. So I mean, Ricochet's got a little bit of a story going here, I guess. But
I
he's
don't know if yeah, I'm wondering if he basically told Osprey, he said, you know, everybody's calling me out, wanting matches with me, and nobody's calling you out, and you're the champ.
yeah. I
So
feel like this is the only reason Ricochet was brought into this company to do this match, and then he'll lose, and then we'll see what happens to
yeah, I know I'm a little worried about it.
him. They want to see the match again. Flippy, flippy, woo.
I would love to see him go on and beat Jack Perry for that TNT title.
Yeah. So then we had the main event, the Elite versus the Don Callis family, which was Osprey, Takeshita, and Fletcher. And the Elite obviously is the Young Bucks and Okada. So a big champions match here. Three champions involved in this match. This was your typical AEW 6-man tag team match where everybody gets their stuff in. It's just chaos. Referee loses control, as it always does. But
Mhm.
Don Callis family got the win, so that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
Osprey and Fletcher do get the title shot next week, so I guess that kind of makes sense here.
yeah. So basically, you know, whatever happens in that match could influence the next match with Ricochet. Like I don't know, Ricochet could come out. Maybe Ricochet's going to be a heel in this company.
I'd be interesting. They'd be different.
Yeah.
So a good episode of Dynamite, but like no real flow, and it just felt kind of all over the place. Like
Yeah.
it didn't feel like there was a story like they were doing good. Last week we praised them of how good the show was, and this week good wrestling, but no story, no backstage, like no real continuity or anything. It was just kind of 5 matches thrown together with a
Did
little.
Nigel McGuinness come out the end of this, or was it on Collision?
Night Owl's Collision.
Okay.
So again, I don't like that whole storyline because Hook should be or Darby Allin should be getting the title shot, not Nigel, but whatever. So on to Rampage, the show is probably not going to be around for much longer. We'll get into that later. Mark Briscoe took on Brian Keith. Mark Briscoe gets the win in 12 minutes. Wheeler Yuta beat the Butcher in 4 minutes. That's, fucking Jesus.
Poor Butcher and Blade, I tell you.
Where's the Blade? Is he injured?
One of them's always injured. When one comes back, the other one gets hurt.
It's like they haven't been a team in ever.
Yeah.
Hikaru Shida took on Harley Cameron. Harley Shida gets the win. By the way, did you see this bullshit that happened in the back between these two?
Yeah.
How come Cameron just didn't take a step back? Like, she put the damn kendo stick up to her neck, but she wasn't even against the wall or anything.
I know.
And Cameron was holding it.
Yep.
God, we got to do better, guys. It's like, That looks like something out of a fucking porno movie. I'm not gonna lie. Like it was like, what are we doing? Like, anyway, Sheeta beat her. Jamie Hayter came out and sent Soraya running, and then yeah, Soraya challenged Amy Hayter to a Soraya rules match at Grand Slam. What the fuck is a Soraya rules match?
Oh my god, who knows? I need to quit with these fucking special names for the same match.
Mortos and
It's probably just gonna be a no DQ match, so it's like, why do we have
yeah.
to have a special?
Mortos and Roderick Strong beat two dudes in a minute. Who cares? We did get Diana Parasso cutting a vignette, and Taya Valkyrie, I guess, is joining forces with her. So we got a new stable brewing here, folks. I guess.
Man, Taya Valkyrie is so slow.
So is Diana. So I mean, they do. Guess they fit.
Yeah,
It's just the Impact women.
yeah.
I like they're gonna put the TNA women together. And then we had Nick Wayne, Kip Sabian, Leo Rush, and Rocky Romero in a fast-paced 9-minute main event with Nick Wayne getting the win. I mean, 9 minutes for your main event match. That tells you this show's done. Like
Mhm.
they don't give a shit about Rampage. It's over.
Yeah.
When does that new
Yeah.
deal start?
I don't know, but so still has not officially come out yet, but it's reportedly. We'll go ahead and talk about it right now because it
Yeah.
directly affects Rampage, possibly. So, new deal as of right now, reportedly is a 4-year deal, and it's like 100 and what was it, 175 million?
Something like that, yeah.
I believe that was the number per year. So almost, in the probably 200 million away, close to it, away, maybe 300 million away from the $1 billion mark. But if you include like, all the merchandise sales and shit like that, they probably could come close to $1 billion this year. Um, and then, but with that deal, uh, so reportedly it said there was only going to be, they only had the 2 shows, and then they had another show on True TV, which a lot of people are thinking is going to be a recap, just Dynamite being replayed on True TV.
Or is it gonna be
So,
like the old WWE shows or like Livewire and shit? I'd
I
like
mean, that's basically what Rampage is, though.
no, like not like when Livewire was like the show that just reviewed the week and rest of the WWE.
Okay, yeah, it could do that, but still, yeah, it could be like one of those shows. Um, but yeah, reportedly Rampage might be done. But then
God, I hope so.
also, AEW still reportedly got that other show coming for a different network. The what was it, Shockwave?
Wait.
So I mean, if they sign that, they probably are going to be over the $1 billion mark. Um, so yeah, that's the TV deal situation.
Uh,
Rampage hasn't been much of anything lately anyway, so it's no big loss.
yeah.
And
So it's a
uh,
4-year deal with
possibly,
three of those guaranteed. The fourth year would be a Discovery had pick up the option.
yeah, and
Shockwave apparently they're talking to Fox, but we've also heard it could be on Fox Sports 1.
right.
So.
Possibly also pay-per-views might be on Max.
Yeah, it's been rumored that they're going to go to Max, but we don't know for sure yet.
Well, we don't even know for sure of any of this. It's
Yeah,
not
this is all
nothing has been official.
nothing's been confirmed by anybody on either side yet, but reportedly they're going to be on Max in some capacity. Now, whether that is free on Max or they're going to put them still behind a paywall on Max, we don't know at all yet.
Right.
Apparently, they're going to be on it because they were on Bleacher Report, and Max is getting rid of Bleacher Report.
Right.
Bleacher Report's going away, so I assume they're just going to move it over to Max. But right now, it's you have to pay on Bleacher Report. So, is it going to go to Max in a like a UFC style deal where you have to pay for it on top of Max, or if it's going to be more of a you have Max, you get the shows. Who knows? But the back
Yeah.
catalog has been showing up on Max in other countries. the entire back catalog, all the pay-per-views and all the shows. So maybe that's a good sign that it'll be on in America eventually. The whole back
Well,
catalog and everything. So
I will say, if this deal they signed with the numbers that they have, if it's all real, it's not good for the pay per views because they make a shitload of money off these pay per views.
mm-hmm.
So I mean for the customer that'd be great for the wrestling fan,
Yeah.
but for AEW, I think they'd rather have still have to pay to watch these pay per views so that way they can make that extra money. So all in all, we still gotta get to Collision, but all in all, if this new deal is official and it happens, Tony Khan's going to have a lot to chirp about, and we're never going to hear the end of it because if that does happen with inflation and everything, like with the way money, different from different decades and everything, they will officially be the second highest profitable wrestling company in the history of wrestling behind WWE. So there will be some chirping going on about that.
Yeah. Yep.
And so if that's true, yeah, AEW is not going anywhere. They'll be sticking around.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, we hate on AEW sometimes for their booking decisions, but I don't want them to die because it's great to have another place for wrestlers to get paid and to wrestle. So that's awesome. Hopefully they can stick around and keep paying these guys, and these guys can get paid to wrestle and make a good living doing it. Because
Right.
I don't want any company to ever go under. I just want AEW to be good.
Right.
All right. Speaking of AEW, let's get to this collision show. We kicked it off with the ROH Tag Team Championships on the line in a bunkhouse brawl. Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara defending against the former champions Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. I guess we just do ROH shit anywhere now.
Mm-hmm.
This was a bloody mess. There was a taser at one point. What are we doing? Everyone was bleeding. There was barbed wire and but yeah, Rhodes and Guevara retained. Jesus, what is a way to kick off the show? Like just right to it. Let's just do blood and guts right out of the gate.
I know it's really ridiculous.
Jesus Christ, dude. Every week there's one of these matches on one of these shows. Every week there's a brawl.
And it's fine. Like in the Attitude Era, we had the hardcore title, right?
We didn't have
And so
barbed wire and blood every week.
no, yeah, they're taking it to a ridiculous extreme because you don't want to. If you do that every week, it just doesn't feel special.
Yeah, I watched this match going, here we go again. Like, oh, they brought out a taser. Well, okay. Like, we have staple guns every other week, too. So, like nothing, this doesn't feel special anymore.
Right.
Because it's the same stuff every week. They do one of these matches so much that it's not shocking to see blood and barbed wire and insane shit anymore. So, anyway, yeah, the Dustin Rhodes and Guevara, obviously Guevara again, looks like he hurt himself. Like apparently he's okay, but Jesus, he does a big ladder spots and almost hurts himself every match. So then we had Mark Briscoe, Kyle O'Reilly, and Hologram versus the Premier Athletes. Yay.
Yeah, this was not that great.
Briscoe, O'Reilly, and Hologram get the win.
These Premier Athlete guys are just jobbers at this point.
It's ridiculous. Like, why are they here? Yeah, this match was not good either. It's just whatever. Mariah May in a non-title match against Lady Frost. Mariah gets the win. Again, she hit Storm Zero. Again, do your own shit. I'm tired. Like, you beat her. Move on. Wow. Have her own move.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, this was a fine match. It wasn't very long, but it was fine.
I
Lady
mean,
Frost,
I mean,
good.
when it comes to these kind of matches, every once in a while, so your champion, people still get to see her wrestle, in a match. It's fine. It's just, I don't know. It's a weird line that they go on. It's like sometimes they do too many of those kind of matches. Sometimes you need to have some of those matches. You got to have a balance.
Yeah. We had Evil Uno versus Darby Allin. Uh,
Evil should not be on TV.
no, Darby Allin beat him very quickly.
Thank God.
Uno, I don't know why he still has a fucking job in this company, dude. I every time he's on TV, I'm like, why is this dude still here?
Yeah.
Why, well, he is like it's not like I don't get it. Like I just don't get why he's here. He doesn't bring anything to the show anymore.
No.
Like if this is all he can do is come out and get beat real quickly, who cares? Like, Queen Aminata took on Serena Deeb. Deeb beats her, but apparently Aminata had a really bad eye injury from this match. Like her eye is like swollen shut after this match.
Yeah.
So Deeb beat the fuck out of her.
Yeah.
Pretty gruesome injury. It's on if you haven't seen it, it's on Twitter and all that or Instagram and stuff. But man, yeah, it's pretty brutal. Deeb won, and then our main event. By the way, Nathan, the rules for the Soraya rules match was announced on this show.
Okay.
Basically, Soraya can do anything she wants, and Hater can't do anything.
That's so stupid.
No rules except for the following. Soraya can use rules. Hater cannot. Soraya doesn't have to obey the 10 count. Soraya can hair pull, choke, bite. No headlocks.
What the fuck?
No outside interference unless you were a friend of Soraya's. No rope breaks unless you are Soraya. The match must begin with offense from Soraya. And the winner receives an autographed copy of Soraya's autobiography.
Good Lord. What in the hell?
Look, whatever.
Yeah. That's insane.
It was announced on Grand Slam that it's going to be Jeff Jarrett versus Hangman Page in a lumberjack strap match. The Dark Order, Bang Bang Gang, Conglomeration, Jay Lethal, and Satnam Singh will have 4 foot, 4 inch long leather straps that they will surround the ring with.
Hmm.
Then our main event, the All-Star 10-man tag, FTR, Hook, and the Outrunners versus Roderick Strong, Mortos, Roosh, and the Grizzled Young Veterans.
Yeah, out of nowhere, Roosh is here.
And he got the win in this match.
He did, but
What?
it's like, will he be here next week?
No.
I just don't understand.
It's like it doesn't matter.
What I
Like,
what pisses me off about this company more than anything, like I like that there's another company, and I like you said, I want them to succeed. But what pisses me off more than anything about this company, above all else, is that you bring these guys in from other companies that were world champions,
yeah,
and now they're just dudes.
they're just another guy on the roster, like Jay Lethal and
Jay Le-
Roosh,
Jay Lethal, Roosh,
Aleister
uh,
Black,
Alice. Well, not Alistair Black wasn't a world champion, but
who's
Okada
NXT champion.
and okay, sure, Alistair Black then, and fucking
Switchblade.
Switchblade Jay White. Like some of these guys were recently world champions.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like I just don't understand. I don't understand how you can make them just regular dudes. Like, come on.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. He's got too many people. He doesn't know how to book them, and so yeah, it's the same. It it, it frustrates me so much because there are a lot of guys in this company that I like watching, like Roosh and Malachi Black and Jay Lethal. Like I'm fans of all of those, but I don't get to see them at all. They never wrestle.
Yeah.
They'll wrestle one time, like this match, and it's in a 10-man tag where Roosh doesn't do anything most of the match. And the GYV, I love Grizzled Veterans. I think they're great. But again, it's a 10-man tag where no one really gets the time to shine, and it's all just chaos the whole fucking time. And then what's the point? What did this get Roosh? He won this match, but is he gonna feud with Hook now? Like what is this?
Yeah.
And then after the show, Nigel did his thing that you talked about, where he got on stage and freaked out on Shivani and called out Brian and all this. So
And at the end, he said it was. They still said if Brian is going to be able to wrestle. So they still are making a match that's only 2 weeks away or a week away.
it's next week. It's
Yeah,
this. It's this
and
week.
they're still saying, oh, if he is going to wrestle. Like, what are we doing?
Grand Slam is Wednesday. Like,
I'm assuming they're going to do the thing where Nigel comes out and we don't know if he's going to be there or not, and then he finally comes out. We're gonna, but I don't think you sell tickets that way.
no, it's insane. It's literally insane to be not like you fans are gonna go to that show and ticket sales are way down to the other 2 years because I think of this shit because no one knows what the fuck like they were promised a Darby Allin Bryan Danielson match. And now we got Darby Allin versus John Moxley, and maybe Bryan Danielson's gonna wrestle.
Yeah,
It makes no sense. You know this match is happening. They're not gonna play all this up and then the match not happen.
right.
Like, so what's the just say it's happening? But it's so dumb to pull Darby from this match, and Nigel gets this match for out of nowhere. So yeah, Grand Slam
Yeah,
is
like I
Wednesday.
said, I still think it's just a matter of Brian wanted to have this match with Nigel. They wanted to have one last, he wanted to have Nigel wanted to have one last, because
Yeah,
they both came from Ring of Honor
they had
and
great matches in Ring of Honor.
Nigel.
Yeah,
And Nigel didn't get to go to WWE because of his issue that he had, and and so there was always the what if, and now so they want to have one last match. I get it, and I'm guessing they didn't want to have it after he lost the belt. So that's why they did this. And then Darby gets to, wrestle in his hometown, in his home state at Wrestle Dream. So I'm assuming that's why. It's still a really convoluted way of doing it, but I think that's what happened. If they would have been, forward thinkers here and thought this shit out in advance, we wouldn't have had this problem.
yeah. Just don't put a date on that Darby Allin match. Say he gets a title shot at some point, and then you work your way out of it.
Right.
Saying he gets a title shot at Grand Slam and then pulling it away is bullshit. So,
Yep.
yeah. Anyway, yeah, Grand Slam is this week, so we've got a big week of shows for AEW this coming week. So it'll be interesting. It's Grand Slam week. I guess all three shows are gonna be doing kind of, Grand Slam, whatever. So,
Right.
other than that, I don't think there's any other real big news regarding AEW. Britt Baker's coming back again.
I don't know why she left the second time.
She left. She came back, lost to Mercedes, hadn't been back, and now she's coming back again. Just whatever.
Yeah.
Well, that's yeah. I think that's it.
All right. If you like this episode of AEW Speak, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified when we upload more of these AEW Speak videos. And we will see you for the rest of the week on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We have a video every day, and we'll have some special stuff, including a top 10. We have maybe some fantasy booking. And what was the other thing, Ryan?
We're gonna be doing the championship history of. Now we're gonna pick. We're gonna teach you a bit either the 24/7 or the hardcore championship. So if you have a preference, go ahead and let us know in the comments of what title history you want us to do.
All right.
And yeah, we will see you for those videos. Very exciting. The fantasy booking is gonna be interesting. And a good top 10 as well. So stay tuned for those. Like Nathan said, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And we will see you tomorrow.